ethical engagement, and laboratory animal. And my approach combines ChatGPT with companion visual. It's very easy. I use, I do bulleted points. I have my ChatGPT, which I over time, and also Damian made a video for you to create your own ChatGPT, model it to my style of talking. And then I use some visual that I'll show you in a second. Again, this is the fourth time that I tell you want to build trust and transparency, audience reach, and research value. What is the content creation best practice for ChatGPT? Input bulleted point. You have to tailor. You have like to think that you will have to explain it to a 4-year-old boy, and you have to explain exactly what you want, how you wanted it, and the way you want to express it. And then you have to verify, because what does all of these large language models, in short LLMs, do? They hallucinate. If you tell them that create me this, I don't know, reference about XYZ, they'll do it. They don't question it. So if they do something because you told them to do it, don't blame them that they did it, right? You have to know you are the subject matter expert there, SME, in short, right? So turn a research finding into post. How do we go about this? Let's say that a study showed that drug X reduces tumor size by 30% in mice. ChatGPT announced will say, breakthrough, drug X shrinks tumor by 30% in mice. Would you read it? No. You have to tweak it, right? Because no one reads breakthrough, drug X shrinks tumor mice by 30%. But it helps to structure it. So you have to do your integrity check. So you have to maintain the scientific accuracy, right? And that's what you got to do. Visual strategies, website screenshot. To me, they work like crazy. You have to source selection like Nature, Science, or similar, and choose the visual that clearly communicate with research findings, and choose that. Screenshot works very, very well. And graphs for scientists works even better. What also works, and what I also like, is analogy and metaphors, right? Animal research is like bridging construction. It steps, it builds crucial foundation. And when there was a lot of attacking on animal research, I came out with this post because a friend told me, look, I saw this in a presentation. So how do we place animal research? And I simply took a slide in which I said that in an average lifetime, if you take a UK number, right, in 75 years, a person eats on average, there are vegetarians, there are not vegetarians, there are vegan, whatever, on average, 600 chickens, 5 cows, 30 sheep, 30 pigs. For pest control, 8 mice and 8 rats are going to be used. For research, 3 mice, 1 rat. You see, you put in different perspective the usage of animal. We consider pest, we use it also for research in the most ethical way, right? And we also other animals, and we don't question there. We don't want to have pain of the animals, right? But these sets, and that generated a lot of response and posts, very positive, and say, wow, I like it. And because it resonates not only with the scientists, also with the other people. And if I ask a scientist, maybe ask, I think I already had a discussion with Walter, but I ask, one random person, and I'm not a scientist, what do you do? Most of us will respond, I don't work, I do work with animal, or I do not work with animal, I will work in medicine. Because we are potentially worried of the negative response that we will get with the person in front of us. Right? It's our duty to educate the people. My parents understood the very first time that I was doing something when I told, what we did, we helped with the development of COVID vaccines, with toxin safety study in mice and rats. So, right. Ethical consideration, AI and visual communication. You have to be accurate, transparent, animal welfare, and to put a lot of effort. This is the 5th time I tell you the same story, right? By the end of the presentation will be 7. I choose this example that I recently posted that generated hell of a lot of responses. I reached out more than 500,000 people. And why? Well, everyone knows that reproducibility, it's an issue. There was this huge, well, it's a preprint, but this article in Nature that actually took it. And one part of that study was elevated plasmase. So I didn't necessarily say the animal origin in there show that only some parts are reproducible. I said there is a huge problem. I know it's animal research related in part, and I posted it just with a screenshot and simple text. That's how we can reach out to animal research people. Again, you want to measure success analytics, and the conclusion is that there is ethical impact, open dialogue, and public perception. This is the 6th time, not the 7th that I tell you, but you got the point. That's actually it. You don't have to do more than this. It's really easy if you want to. Consistency pays off. Thank you very much for listening.